Welcome back to episode 9 of the Tik Talks podcast. And I'm not going to waste too much time on this intro. This person doesn't really need an introduction, to be honest. It's the Kaden Archie, all right? He's from Dallas, Texas, 4-star recruit coming out of high school, went to TCU, UTEP, Georgia Southern, played professional basketball, and still chasing his dreams of making it to the NBA. This dude is an incredible human being, a smart person, just an all-around great person to be around, no questions about it. All right, so get ready for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. See you later. What's up, Kaden? Representing the Triple D. How you doing, my boy?
I'm doing good, brother. Long time no see. How you doing?
Man, it's been a long time. Too long, bro. I've been good.
That's good, brother.
Man.
Here.
So look, I gotta ask you, bro. First off, what other sports did you play? We know you played basketball, huge basketball player. You're playing basketball now, still chasing the dream. What other sports did you play growing up? And when did you know basketball was your sport?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I played a little bit of everything. Baseball for sure. You know, if you're growing up in
Mm-hmm.
Texas, you gotta play football. It's mandatory. Like you
Yep.
playing football,
Yep.
literally, that's the first sport you playing as a guy. Like you have to play football. I
Mm-hmm.
dabbled and dabbled in soccer a little bit, but I ain't really. It was a lot of running. Like I know basketball is a lot of running, but soccer was just crazy. But
Yeah.
I basically just knew I knew basketball was the one for me. Like I think around middle school for sure, because right around middle school I'm playing football and basketball. And
Mm-hmm.
I just remember like I got hit hard one good time, bro. I can't tell. I got hit one good time, bro. And then basketball season
Yeah.
right after that, and I just killed it. So I was just like, after middle school, I'm like, I'm cool. Because once you go to high school in Texas, the guy's too big, bro. I ain't want to deal with all that. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't want to smoke right like that, bro.
Right. It's crazy because when I met you, I was a junior or a senior in college,
Mhm.
and you were a sophomore, no, freshman
Yeah.
still. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
On doing the red shirt thing, and I was like, this dude is swole. So for you to be taking hits like that and being like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, like what the?
Nah, it's
I'd
crazy,
have been out there getting killed.
man. It's crazy because like the way I was built in college, bro. Like growing up, I was not like that. Like if you ask anybody
Hmm.
that knew me growing up, like bro, I was super skinny, bro. Like
Hmm.
super. So when I played, bro, I was nothing but like sticks and bones, bro. So it was bad. Like I really didn't fill out
Yeah.
my body till like literally my freshman year in college, for real.
That's crazy, bro. I don't believe it because ain't no way you put that weight on in that short amount of time. Ain't no way, bro.
Telling you, bro. You know how them summers go in college, bro. Them boot camps, man. They don't play. They don't
Hey,
play.
man. And I know at TCU they was making sure y'all was eating, so yeah, it was all bad.
Oh man.
Look, I gotta ask you though, what position did you play in football?
Oh, football. I was a quarterback. I played running back, and I also played wide receiver too.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can see that. I don't know. I mean, you did have dimes. You did throw them nice passes every once in a
You
while,
feel
but
me? I'm a
running back,
you know my guys. I'm gonna hit my guys on the scene. You feel me? Like
right?
quarterback was
Six
cool.
6'6" running back is crazy though.
Man, in middle school too, bro. So I'm taller than everybody. And I remember because my dad, he really wanted me to play QB, bro. And like around that
Yeah,
time, I wanted to score the ball, bro. I'm trying to score. Like I'm trying to tote the rock. I'm trying to get in that end zone. So I told the coach,
yeah.
hey coach, I want to switch to running back. Man, it was a good decision and a bad decision at the same time, bro. Cause them dudes were just taking out my knees, bro. I'm hitting the gaps, bro. It was over with. Like,
Mm-hmm. Them linebackers, they was coming to chop you down, bruh.
and I'm a big target too. You can't miss me. So it was light, but I still made a way though. I was nice. I ain't gonna lie. I was nice though.
I bet you was. You was always athletic, so ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, look.
like I said at the beginning, you represent the Triple D. For those who don't know, that's Dallas, Texas in the building. You know
Texas,
what I'm
man.
saying? Look, I need your top three Dallas food spots. I haven't spent too much time in Dallas, so I just need to know where I need to eat at the next time that I go.
Okay, let me think. Let me think. It's a place called Joey's for sure.
Hmm.
It's in the like around the Highland Park area, like where SMU and stuff is. Really good restaurant, nice aesthetic. Everything's just super nice. A little bit pricey, but the food's amazing. They have good drinks, all that. If you want
Okay.
like, some good Southern cooking, some Southern food, I like great. It's called Granny's Cajun Cooking, man, and they got this
Hmm.
crazy catfish. They got these turkey legs, bro. That stuff with macaroni and
Yep.
yeah. And then my other
Okay.
spot is kind of close to my crib. It's a little. I was gatekeeping a little bit, but since I rock with y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. No, it's called Hibachio, and it's like this hibachi spot, bro. And it's top tier. I've been eating it since high school, bro. Ever since they opened in high school, I've been eating it since then, bro. It's just
Yeah. Don't blow it up too much. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
can't blow
yeah.
up the spot
Now,
too much.
yeah, it may be a little line at my spot, bro. This go crazy, bro. So y'all chill on my spot.
All right. But look, you were also in high school part of the BCB, Baggage Claim Boys. What is the Baggage Claim Boys for people who don't know? Who came up with it and who are all the members?
For sure, for sure. Well, man, BCB, that really takes me back. All right, so BCB, it really started with me, my best friends, Caleb Jordan, Montgomery Morris, my boy Jared, man, and we literally just grew up together, just playing with each other, bro. And
Hmm.
around this time, we made up in like high school. So around this time, this is like when Jelly Fam was going crazy. Like Jelly Fam had just started, and you know how
Hmm.
everybody was with that Jelly movement. It really just
Man,
took over. Like man, what
what?
took over the hoop scene? So I was like, man, bro, like we used to kick with each other all the time, be at each other's crib, like hoop, wherever. So I just
Hmm.
remember thinking, like, I'm like, bro, man, like we gotta have our own little movement for like Texas, bro. Like we gotta really represent for like, the down south hoopers, the Texas hoopers. So
Hmm.
around this time, everybody's saying like, "Oh, I'm in my bag." That was like the lingo, like, "Oh, I'm in my bag.
Hmm.
I'm in my bag." So I'm like, bro, why don't we just be Baggage Claim Boys? Literally, just like that. Like that was the name. Boom. It was like Baggage
Hmm.
Claim Boys, and then my homeboys like, yeah, BCB. Like that's hard. I was like, when he said it, I was like, no, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
So after that, like, I went to my boy Tyrese Maxey. You feel me? He was hooping out
Hmm.
South Garland. We played on the same AU team at the time too. So I told him, I was like, hey, bro, we got this movement, bro, like Jelly Fam, all that, boom, boom, but we need our own. It's called BCB. He said, what? He
Hmm.
said, bro, I'm in it. So we got my man Tyrese Maxey, my man
Yep.
Chris Harris, who used to play at
Hmm.
Oklahoma State. Got my man Drew
Yep.
Timme, you feel me? Gonzaga legend,
Yep.
Isaac
Hmm. Hmm.
he played at Oklahoma State as well, and he finished his college career at Ohio State, and he's playing overseas right now.
Okay.
And then yeah, Munt, me, Caleb, my homeboy Dominique, and it just started from there. Like we just start going crazy. Oh, little Bryce Cook too. Can't forget my man
Hmm.
Bryce Cook. So yeah, yeah, we started
Okay.
a whole movement, man. It was crazy.
Okay, yeah. Look, you brought up Tyrese. You played Tyrese your senior year, your Midlothian team, who you put on the map. Shout out to Midlothian,
Ever.
and played Tyrese Maxey South Garland team senior year. How soon after did Tyrese talk to you after the game? Because like I feel like if I lost to you and I was your boy, you know what I mean? I would be like, I'm not texting Caden for at least 2 weeks. So how how soon after did he text you after you beat him in that game?
I know it wasn't right after the game because I vividly remember like in handshake lines, I'm trying to like dap him over, like hug him, like, hey bro, love you, da, da, da. But Reese, man, he's just ultimate competitor, bro. So he was like, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And we got this we got this baggage boy group chat too. So after that, like we usually just send like highlights or like after games, like people text like, oh bro, I went crazy, I went crazy.
Hmm.
So man, I'm talking in the group chat, man. He probably ain't respond to me for like 2 weeks, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like the same stuff.
Yeah.
How'd y'all do tonight, bro? Like nothing. Nothing. So yeah, he was a little
Oh,
tight, man, but it was a good game though. We was going back and forth, man. And Yeah,
Yeah, man. If you haven't seen that game, you gotta catch it. It's on YouTube. Ball is Life. Mr. Ball is Life South right here with us, obviously. So they had to get that game between him and Maxie. But yeah, I watched it like a year or two ago,
mhm.
and I was like, dang, they was really going at it. Like I think you had 30, he had like 28. Y'all was really just going back and forth. But
battling,
yeah,
battling. Them high school battles were crazy. Like I miss them. Like bro, when you look back and you just think about all the good times you had hooping, man. I go back and watch that video sometimes too. I just watch. I'm like, dang man, we was really like going at it. Like that's crazy.
right. And like because the difference between the best player on a high school team and the worst player on a high school team is so large, like you
Bro,
could really just go. Like
bro.
coach is like, we ain't got nobody, not like that. But like, you know what I mean? Like if I got a guy, like I gotta let him hoop. So like y'all two were just going at it. Like it's like, oh, it's me versus you tonight. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
I know he felt that one for sure because he like, dang, I ain't just losing Midlothian, I lost to Kaden. Like,
And we both wanted it too, man. Because I would have been the same way if I lost it. Now I would have been tight. You probably wouldn't hurt me for a couple weeks either. Like so,
oh,
yeah,
trust me, I seen it, bro. I seen it when we lost games before. How you be in the locker room like, don't talk to me, bro. And I
man.
was the same way, like, hey, bro, don't talk to me, bro. We ain't talking tonight. I'd be mad. I was just telling one of my friends about this recently. I was like, dude, in high school too, I was the worst. Like, my mom already knew. She was like, I'm not talking to him. Like she would check in a little bit. She'll be like, "Do you want to talk about it?" I'm like, "No." She'd be like, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "No, I wouldn't want to eat nothing. I don't want to talk to nobody. Don't speak to me. Turn the music off in the car. Like let's ride in silence."
Man, especially like when you start driving in high school, man. So like after games, like for example, I remember one game we were playing this team called Timberview, and
hmm
my BCB member, my guy, my man Isaac, he played for Timberview. They just won state the year before. We had him at the
hmm
crib. We had the game won. Couple turnovers. The ref made a crazy call. Next thing you know,
hmm
we end up losing. Bro, I kid you not. I was in the locker room for the whole night. I didn't leave the locker room until 6 a.m., bro. I didn't even go home that night. I
That's
just stayed
crazy.
there, showered, and went to school, bro. Like I take losses serious, bro. Like, man, it was bad. It was bad. That's the down part
Uh,
about being a crazy competitor, bro. Like sometimes you just isolate yourself, maybe a little too much, you know?
For sure, yeah. Like whenever my family used to come see me in college and stuff like that, like I that's when I kind of had to get out of that mindset because I'm like, dude, they flew all the way out here to see me,
You
even
know,
if we lost. Like I gotta make sure they have a good time, especially if my little cousins are coming and stuff
yeah,
like that too. I'm like, I gotta make sure they enjoy it and want to come back. You know what I mean? And not be like, nah, because if they lose, Ountae, nah, he ain't gonna be no fun. You know
you
what I'm
feel
saying?
me?
So
Cool way, because they
yeah,
gonna want to go out to dinner. They gonna want to see this, see
hmm
that. Like you basically gotta be like
right,
host for real. And then if you just play bad or you lost, you like, man, I'm not in the mood. But you kind of gotta get out that
right,
head. It's like, nah, they did sacrifice to come down here, see me play and stuff
right.
like that. So yeah,
Yeah, and it helped. I appreciate it though, because it would help you move forward. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you gotta get past it. Yeah,
yeah.
100%. All right, look, you're a highly touted high school player, highly recruited. What factors did you consider when choosing a college, like when you were looking at colleges, and what ultimately led you to choose TCU?
That's a great question, man. So when I started getting recruited when I want to say a sophomore in high school, maybe freshman, sophomore in high school. But
hmm
the offers I had coming around that time was like mostly just local offers. So like UTA, University of Texas at Arlington,
hmm
UIW and Cardinal Word in San Antonio. So a lot of mid-major schools and stuff like that, which I was happy about because when I started playing basketball, bro, I really didn't know anything about like college or like the recruiting process. Like I never had a dream school like going into this and stuff
hmm
like that. I was just kind of just playing because I love to do it. So around my junior year, going into my senior year in high school, that's when I started getting like the high major offers. So like LSU,
hmm
TCU, Texas, Kansas, all that stuff. So when I was looking into which school I wanted to go to, first I was just looking at location, right? I never been away from home at this point. Like you feel me? And I'm a mama's boy. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. So I didn't want to move too far away from my family or anything like that. So I was like, man, if I can just stay somewhere in Texas to where my family can get to me, like that would be cool. Um,
hmm
I always like, even when I was in high school and stuff, like go to TCU football games and stuff like that. So I was familiar with the campus already. I was familiar with the just the atmosphere and just like what that campus vibe is like. I knew a couple of
Hmm.
guys who were playing football there as well that went to like the rival school in my city, and I was real
Hmm.
cool with them and stuff. So I was like, yeah, like why not? I was cool with Kendrick Davis. He was from Houston, a Houston guy. My
Right.
he's in
You guys went into TCU together, right?
yeah, he's in the G League. Shout out to KD too. He's in the G League, killing it right now. And
Hmm.
my man Ferron Hunt, who's also a professional too. He played some time in the G League, a little bit overseas
Yep.
too. He was committed.
SMU.
So and we played on the same AU team. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm at TCU with it, man. Like the official visit was great. D Bane was my host, man. It was fun, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy though that you bring it up. I feel like we were like so close to meeting before we did meet because the year before you went to TCU, we played TCU in the NIT. And then
Facts.
your freshman year at TCU, when I wasn't there at Fresno State anymore,
Mhm.
you guys hosted Fresno State again with
Yep.
the new coaching staff, obviously, at TCU. So it was like we had two opportunities to kind of meet, and you weren't there yet, and then I was gone. So
Yeah.
it's funny that you bring that up. It's also funny that you bring up playing with D Bane, Desmond Bane. Shout out to him with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Sure.
When you played with D Bane, like, did you know that he was going to be special, like that he was going to be at least this successful in the NBA, or were you? Did you not see that side of him just yet?
I mean, honestly, I knew D Bane was gonna be a pro. Like I knew he was gonna be in the NBA because
Hmm.
by far he was the hardest working guy on our team, man. I like remember him like because I'm a guy coming straight out of high school, so I remember like practice would maybe at like 2:30. I may walk in there like 2:15, not knowing like, oh, you need to get here early, like get your extra work in and stuff like that. And he would just be
Hmm.
like literally like in a full sweat, like just finishing. And I'm like, dang, like I'm asking the manager and stuff like, how long he been in here? He's like, yo, he probably been here like an hour. Like he been in here just getting shots up.
Hmm.
Same thing after practice. And he would come back again at night. So his work ethic is just really what stood out to me, man. And just being
Hmm.
one of the youngest guys on that team, I was just watching him like this how you get it done. And then he was like played the three for us, like he was a wing and I was a wing too. So
Right.
I guarded him every day in practice. And he's killing me, busting my ass. I
Right.
find him every jump shot and he's still hitting it. He's just sitting there talking trash to me, like
Right.
like freshman treat me, but yeah, I know he was special, man. Like the way he shoots the ball, the way he's a great teammate, the way he just relates to everybody,
Hmm.
the way he knows how to communicate with people, his work ethic, like he had everything it takes. But
Yeah.
him having the role he has now with the Grizzlies, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that. I didn't think he was gonna be like one of the focal points of the team. Like it's literally him and Ja, which is crazy, like
Right.
crazy. So yeah, man, D
Yeah.
Banks special dude, special player.
Yeah. I remember when we played against him in the NIT in that game. I was watching and I'm just like, dude, this dude is so swole. But I thought like,
Crazy.
okay, he's gonna get to the league. I knew then like they also had what's the dude from OKC that plays in OKC with the little like
Shag, the
you know
T-Town Shag, man.
yeah the
Cameron
detail.
Williams.
Yeah, Kenrich, bro. I remember seeing him and Kenrich, and I'm like, okay, like these dudes are gonna be defensive guys in the league or whatever, because like they're swole, they're active, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, D Bane, he could shoot it, so he's gonna be a 3-and-D guy, and like that was gonna be it. You know what I mean? Like I was like, okay, maybe he averages like 12 a game in the league. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Whatever. And then like, dude, like he really showed like
Tearing it up.
that next year, like the year that you spent with him, he really like I was watching, paying attention because I liked this game, and
Yeah.
he really like took a huge jump. You know what I mean? From his, I think it was junior. What year did he leave? He left his junior year, so from his sophomore year to his junior year, right? Or did he leave after senior
He
year?
left after senior year, so he did all 4 years at TCU.
So yeah, so okay, so from his junior year to his senior year, he made a huge leap.
Yeah.
And like I was like, okay, this dude could like, yeah, he's a really good player. Like I was not confused at that point. I remember I had a teammate like that as well, Paul Watson at Fresno State. When I was a junior,
Mhm.
he was good, really good for us. But then when I remember seeing him coming in the summer before the senior year, I was like, yo, I was telling all the coaches, I was like, PY, like he looks different, bro.
Yeah,
He looks like he looks like an NBA player.
nah,
And like the funniest thing about it was like I'm not sure if everybody else saw it, but like he's one of the rare guys on our team. We had a really talented team, but he's actually played minutes and scored 30 in an NBA game before. So it's like
I remember
it's
that.
funny how yeah, bro. It's funny how like that kind of happens and these guys take those huge jumps from junior to senior year, but like he was also just a guy. This is a tangent, but like you were saying, just worked super hard,
Yeah,
and I learned a lot from that as well. All
yeah.
right, man. So you went to three different schools in college. You went to TCU, you went to UTEP with me,
Mhm.
and then obviously you finished and did your longest stint with Georgia Southern,
Yeah.
which obviously, you know, basketball is basketball, but what school did you like being a student at the most?
Whew. A student. Oh man. I want to say it's between UTEP or Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern I spent the most time at,
Hmm.
but in terms of just like social life, friends, and just having like camaraderie with my teammates, like UTEP, it's probably UTEP. I ain't gonna lie, but Georgia
Hmm.
Southern, it's really it may be a tie between the both. But UTEP, man,
Hmm.
just our team, the guys we had on our team, bro, that was a special group of guys, bro. Like I even now just look back
Hmm.
at it and just be like, man, like basketball might not been all good for us, man, but we had a great time together, man. Like we were literally all brothers, bro. Like everybody was cool
Yeah.
with each other. We all hung out. Like we would have like Sunday dinners. We'll do stuff off the court all the time, be in each other's room.
Hmm.
Like, and that's rare. Like you know this, and other people probably know this as well. Like for everybody in your team, from the first guy to the last guy, to genuinely like each other and get along and want to spend time with each other off the court and not being forced to do it, like that's special, bro. And like still have contacts to this day. Like I still talk to pretty much everybody on that team, bro. Like, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So
And it's like, I mean, it's kind of funny because it's indicative of the conference that we played in, like Conference USA. But like, we had dudes from freaking Maryland all the way to California. So it's like we all walk these different lives, and it's crazy that like we would all come together from these very different paths
yeah,
and like still like gel so well. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that one for sure. All right, bro. Now, oh, actually, I want to ask you this real quick.
for
What
sure.
was it like from going to being teammates with Effie to playing against him at Troy? I wanted to go to that game so bad, bro, but
Yeah,
it just didn't work out with my schedule at the time. But I remember watching it, and I was just like, yeah, bro, like my boys are really playing against each other. So, what was it like playing against Effie? Shout out FELDG, our former teammate at UTEP. So, yeah, what was that like?
yeah, man. So when I figured out Effie was transferring to the conference, I already had that game circle. I was like, oh yeah, because me and Effie's relationship, man. Like that's my dog. I'm from Dallas, he's from Houston. So in sense of basketball, like we were already against each other, but like literally brothers, bro. Like every day we
Yeah,
with each other, every single day. So
yeah.
the night before, he he texted me. He was actually hungry. He was like, "Hey, bro, you want to go get some food?" I said, "Yeah, for sure." So I pick him up from the hotel. We go get some food. We talking. We just talking trash. He like, "Hey, bro, tell your big man to get right. It's gonna be a long day. He may need an ice pack at the end of the game because Effie like to bang, man. He like to bang."
Right.
So I'm telling him, I like, man, you need to tell your guards to get right, bro. Like they don't know, like this really personal because the coach that coached him when he was at Troy was my assistant coach when I was at TCU. So
Ah.
it was just get back all across the board. So I came out, and that was one of my better games at Georgia Southern too. So I came out swinging. I think I had like maybe 12 points at the
Mhm.
half, or like within the first like 10, 15 minutes of the game. So I was feeling good.
Yeah.
It was just so fun. We talking trash to each other on the court during the game, like after the game. Like I ain't gonna lie, they beat us, so I was salty, but it was just good to see him in like that environment to where like he's really valued and he can really be the player that he was. Because Effie's a special guy, man. Like he can really ball. So
Yeah.
yeah, not
Yeah.
super fun game for me though.
Yeah. Effie's super, super talented. And it's funny because it's like all small world situation. Like his bigs coach, who was also an assistant coach at Troy, was my assistant coach at Fresno State. So it was funny because like when he got Effie, I texted him. I was like, "Oh, like you got Effie, blah blah blah, whatever." Like I'm like, "Yeah, like you got a gem. Like he can really play." So
Yeah,
yeah, it's funny.
sure.
Small world, bro. All right, let's switch over to something a little more serious. I gotta ask you, what do you think your hardest challenge was for you during your college career, and how did you overcome it?
Man, college, just thinking about the basketball side of it, it was really, really rough, man. I'm coming from, like you said earlier, like highly touted high school recruit. You know, when I committed to TCU at the time, I was the highest ranked recruit to commit there, like out of Texas. So
Hmm.
just having all these expectations and stuff like that, and then coming into situations where I'm not playing, or I feel like I'm playing out of position, stuff like that. Because out of high school, I was being recruited to be a point guard or a shooting
Hmm.
guard and small forward, kind of like that wing point guard position. And then
Yep.
coming into TCU, I mean, not TCU, coming into UTEP, like at the end of the UTEP season, like I was pretty much playing the 4 and 5, bro. Like I was playing big man, which was
Right.
crazy. And then I go back to Georgia Southern. I had one season I played point guard, then I played the four. Then I finished my year just playing the wing man. So just trying to figure out where I fit in, man, because I feel like I could do so many things on the court, and like maybe at the time, I may have older guys ahead of me, or the coaching
Hmm.
system wasn't really matching up with my playing style, or whatever the case may be, man. Just trying to. I think the hardest task for me was just keeping the confidence in myself, because when you're going through things like that, like as a basketball player, like if you don't have confidence, like you pretty much have nothing. Like once your confidence is gone, like it's a wrap. So just keep
100%.
engaged, keep myself just working on my skill set, even though I know in this system I may not get a chance to do it. I know like afterwards I will have time to do it. So just believing in myself, stay confident, not trying to get too down on myself, and just believing in me, betting on me. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. I think we all go through those ebbs and flows because everyone thinks like, all right, bro, I'm finna go in here, I'm finna kill. Like I already been killing. What's the difference?
Go to the league
You
right
know what
now.
you know what I mean? You play UIBL, whatever, you're like, bro, like I was already hooping against these dudes, like, what's gonna be the difference? You know what I'm saying? And then like if it doesn't go that way, it's like, whoa, hold on, all right, slow down. And like you said, fighting that like that challenge like the whole entire time, that battle, like, yo, am I good or am I
Like,
not? You know what I
because you
mean?
really do start questioning yourself, like, dang, like, am I supposed to be here? Like, could I really play
Right,
this whole time? Like, all these things are going through your head. Like, did I lose it? That's the first thing you think. Like, dang, did I lose it? And then
right.
like you kind of start losing that edge and everything, but you just have to fight
Hmm.
against it, bro. Like I literally had, because I'm not gonna lie, I lost confidence in myself, especially like after transferring from UTEP. So it's
Hmm.
the whole process, man, just battling, trying to get that thing back, man. And finally,
Yeah,
thank God, I got back to a better place. But yeah, no,
yeah,
it's a struggle for sure. It was a struggle.
yeah. No, and then even past that, like I remember Nigel was telling me, like, "Oh yeah, I seen KD. You know, we call you KD. I see KD in the workout, and dude, he was shooting it. He was doing this. He was doing that. He looked good. Blah blah blah. He looked happy. All this other stuff. So like, it's just that continuous battle of like, yeah, bro, like fighting to keep that confidence every single time. And then we'll talk about it a little bit later. But like, obviously, you spent some time in Mongolia and like you look like you were just like, yeah, bro, like I'm him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you
for
you
sure.
had you had it going. You had it going. All right. So look, what's something that you wish you could go back and tell your high school self?
I know it's kind of becoming like a cliche, but just run your own race, man. Like especially now the way the world is with social media, we see this guy may have this, or this guy's doing this, or he got this before me. But I think if I would have just focus on myself and understand like my story is my story and nobody else can write it for me, like this between me and God, that I probably would be in a way better position than I am now. Not saying that I have any regrets, because I believe everything happens for a reason, and all those experiences, whether good or bad, shape me into who I am today, and it's going to shape me moving forward in life. Um,
Hmm.
just learning to just appreciate where you are and grind and be the best version of yourself you can be, and then let the results come from that, instead of just being like looking at this guy like, oh, he has this, or oh, he's playing like this, I should be doing this too, like I should be doing this too. Like nah, like you're fine, like you're good, like you're where you're supposed to be. Take your time, work as hard as you can, stay focused on the main thing, and just play ball, man, and have fun and live in the moment, man, because I'm pretty sure if I was to ask 10 hoopers right now, what was your favorite time of hooping? Like they'll all probably say high school for the most part, I
Yeah.
believe, because I feel like that's just one of the most purest times for basketball. Like, and not specifically like AAU or stuff like that, but actual like your high school team, like
Hmm.
the bond you build, like your coach, the school being behind you, everything like that, man. It was just beautiful time, man. Like pure bliss, pure happiness, no politics for real, like just basketball, which is
Hmm.
the best place to be.
Yeah, it's crazy that you say that because, like, when I was in high school, I spent so much time looking ahead. Like, bro, when I get to college, bro, I gotta get to college. When I get to college, da 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 da. And like, I kind of wish, like, yo, like, I would have soaked it in. Like, don't get me wrong, we had fun, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But like, I wish, like, I was just like more in it because I remember when we lost and it was over. I was like, wait, I'm not ready for it to be over. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like. But when I was like the whole entire time before that, I was just like, oh yeah, I gotta do this so I can get to college. I gotta do this, do whatever to get to college. And like then when it was over, I was like, wait, hold on, I didn't want high school to be over. So it's like, yeah, just stay in the moment, enjoy it while you have it, because yeah, it's so different. Because I even remember being a senior at Utah and like just like because of the way the season was kind of going or whatever, like I was just like, man, like, I hate to say it, but I was like, I kind of like am looking forward to the next thing. You know what I mean? Like, it was just kind of like I wasn't really happy with what was going on around me, so I was just like, man, like the next thing is gonna be great. And then when we were done, obviously we went into COVID, so that sucked. But like
For
I
sure.
was just like, dang, I miss being around my teammates. And like, I feel like the COVID thing really made it like jump into like my mind even faster because it was just like, oh yeah, I got another 2 months of us hanging out, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, whatever. And then all of a sudden we lose, COVID hits,
And it was
and then they're like, it was it. Like I didn't even get to say bye to most of y'all. Like the most I had to text dudes and be like, I'll see y'all later. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's crazy.
catch y'all on the flip.
That's crazy because yeah, because the conference tournament was actually here. It was in Frisco, and I remember
Hmm.
us going back, and Effie came back with me because I think it was something wrong with his car or something at the time. So we actually rode
Hmm.
back together, and then after that, like I don't remember seeing anybody until like maybe I just ran into them later on, like that was it, which was a crazy way to end. Just how, especially since how close we all were, like for us not to,
Exactly.
those last couple months and just hang out, celebrate graduation for the guys that are graduating and stuff like that. So yeah, now that's
Right.
actually crazy.
And like, we all knew that a good amount of us were probably going to be moving on one way or another, graduating or, choosing a new school or whatever. So it was like, yeah, we thought we were all going to just have this opportunity for another month or a month and a half to really just like bond and be friends and not have to necessarily worry about basketball as much. You know what I mean? On top of it, just like hang out as bros. And like, yeah, we didn't get the opportunity. So, it is what it is. But I wish like, I spent more of that time senior year as well, just being like, whatever. Because I remember I think I've talked about it before on this podcast, but like I remember like y'all used to be like, "Hey, bro, let's go out or whatever. Let's go to watch this movie, blah blah blah, whatever." And I'd be like, "Bro, I'm going to bed. I hang out with y'all 24/7." You know what I'm
Tay
saying?
Tay.
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? 10 p.m. I'm going to bed or I'm playing 2K. Like y'all not getting me out at all. And then afterwards I was like, dang, like I should have went to that movie with him. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah. But all right. You've been wearing zero a lot, double zero, zero. That's kind of been a number that you've kind of rocked with. What does that number mean to you and why did you choose it?
So growing up, I'm a huge Kobe fan. Like Kobe's my favorite player all time. Like love Kobe. So growing
Hmm.
up, I always wore number 8 or I wore 24. So going around, I want to say my freshman year of high school, I'm playing varsity, and I remember I just wanted to switch to 25 because I know Mike wore 23, Kobe wore 24, so I'm like I'm gonna wear 25. Like that's what I'm gonna do.
Hmm.
So I remember wearing 25, and like I was kind of going through. I was struggling my freshman year of high school, like
Hmm.
super struggling because Man, Texas basketball, if you don't know, especially if you're like in that 6A class, like it's tough. Like you playing against the DeSotos, the Cedar Hills. We having 5-star recruits playing like public school. Like Coach
Hmm.
K coming to the game, he's sitting courtside, and I'm this freshman. Like, oh man, like I just remember I had so much anxiety, and I would get nervous a lot.
Hmm.
So I actually remember AU season. I'm playing with this new AU team, and they ain't have 25. So I'm like, man, like what number I'm gonna wear? What number I'm gonna wear? They had 0, and I just remember this is around like when Russell Westbrook was going on those crazy runs of triple doubles, man. And I just remember watching him play. I actually remember them going to the game when they were playing the Magic. The Mavericks were playing the Magic here, and I was at the game, and Russ hit like this crazy game-winning shot, and like just that
Hmm.
passion he showed, and just like the mentality he played with. Like I'm like, man, like I want that to be me. Like if I can play with as much
Yeah.
passion and enthusiasm, and just have that chip on my shoulder like him, like I'll be a whole different dude. And I
Hmm.
remember switching to 0, having a crazy tournament, and then right after that we had live period, and I wore 0, and I was just going crazy, like defense, offense, everything was just clicking for me, and I started getting recruited, and that's really when things start to change for me. So like after that, like I'm like, nah, I'm sticking with 0. Like that's my number. Like it helps me get into
Yeah.
every time I see it, just helps me get into like a different mode.
Yeah. All right. I like that one. All right. Look, if you could add one skill from any NBA player to your game, what would you add? You talked about Westbrook. Maybe you would add some ferocity from him, but
Yeah,
who knows? What would you do?
man. Watching these games now, bro. I love watching Luca play. I love watching Shea play. And I guess the biggest things about them is just the angles they take. Like unless you like a real hooper, like you're not gonna notice it because he can be really small, but like just the angles they create. Like Luca has this one between the legs he likes to get to when he just needs to get to the rim, where he just anchors
Hmm.
that whatever leg he's using, he just anchors that leg down. It's just like a quick between. Like he's able to create like this much of an angle just to squeeze by. Like
Hmm.
even on his shot fakes, like he will shot fake you, bump you, lean into you just to get this angle off the glass. So, and Shea does the same thing
Yeah.
too, especially when he's getting to that mid range or he's trying to go down to the lane and get to those euros that he like to do and stuff like that. So, just being able to find those angles, or better yet, find moves to create those angles to better get my shot or help me get to the rim or help me get fouled and get to the free throw line. And just the pace they play at, like not necessarily like playing slow, but finding
Hmm.
my pace, to where I feel like I'm
Yeah.
comfortable and I can control the game when the ball's in my hands as well. So just creating angles and I would say pace as well, man. Like those are two, to me, they're not underrated, but to a lot of people, they can be like underrated or skills that's looked past because everybody, nowadays just wants to shoot threes
She
or
likes Steph.
shoot step back threes, which is fine, like, cause that's where the game's going. But like getting to
Hmm.
the rim, drawing fouls, man, like that's me. That's what I like to do. So just watching them do that.
Yeah, and it plays into longevity for them. Like those dudes are going to be playing good basketball for another decade. You know what I mean? On top of the work they've already been putting in, and it's because, like you said, the angles, like their attention to detail. I would definitely say it was an underrated skill that you chose. Like I'm shocked. Like I thought you were probably going to go somewhere else with it. So I appreciate that cerebral mind that you're using right there to choose that skill. That's a good one for sure. All right, look. I talked about it earlier. You play basketball in the NBA, MBA, so people know not the N, but with the
Yeah,
M. You know what I'm
the
saying?
NBA, yeah.
The M in Mongolia this past year. What did you learn from that experience?
Man, I just got a taste of what it like to be like a pro, man. Like actually be on your own and like have to like and basically be a man for real. Cause in college, everything, I'm not gonna say everything's just laid out for you, but it basically is. Like there's someone in there that's taking care of your grades. This person go be there to make sure at study hall, or you go have
Hmm.
a itinerary for your week. Like you got practice at this time, food at this time, like get to the gym at this time. Where it is, where that. Get to the gym, you need to be putting in extra work. But when you're a pro, like nobody's going to tell you that. Like if you're not getting extra work and you're not performing, like they're just going to cut you, and like that's it. Like
Hmm.
and just really learning the business of it. Because like I remember my first week being there, I'm playing against teams and I'm seeing the other foreign guys on the other teams and just watching them, because just to see how they play and just like see if I can pick up anything off them. Like I may see a guy one week, next week he's gone. It's a whole different guy in there. So just being
Yeah.
basically just being on it, man. Like you really have to be on it, and like you basically control your own destiny. Like you have to put in the work, you have to perform, you have to be professional. Like all these things are super important, man. So just learning how to be a pro and just take care of business and just being accountable, holding myself accountable, and not having other people telling me like, okay, then you need to do this or okay, then you need to do that. Like just stepping up really.
Right. Yeah. It's nice. Like we didn't appreciate it at the time, having all those people checking on us, but it's nice to like to have people that are making sure that you need to be like that you are where you need to be. And yeah, when you're an adult, which is, when you're a pro, you're an adult. Like there's no like, oh, like make sure Caden's at practice, blah blah
Yeah.
blah, whatever. You miss practice, they just fine you. They just take your money. You know what I'm saying, or
Fine,
whatever.
money or you're cut, you gone the next day, like you have a
Right.
flight back to America tomorrow, like just like that.
Exactly. Just like that. So yeah, it was a good reminder that we had, when we were in college, so that once you got there, you didn't have to have that wake up call and, get kicked out and be marked as a bad guy or an immature player or something like that just because you were, late one time or something like that. So you figure it out early. 100%. All right. So you probably tried a lot of food out there in Mongolia. What was your favorite dish that you tried in that country?
Man, being in the Asian market and just being in the Asian country, you would think I'll have this Asian food that I just love, but I actually had Indian food down there for the first time.
Mm.
And oh my gosh, I had the naan with the buttered chicken. Yo, changed my life. Like someone
Yep.
took me there, like I went there for the next like 3-4 days, bro. Naan butter chicken, naan butter chicken. And I'm like when I heard Indian food, I was like I don't know, like they're like try it, like you go like it. I'm like, what's this? They're like, it's naan.
Right.
It's kind of like it looks like basically like a tortilla, like a flour tortilla or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, but it's not. I forgot what it is, but it's that. And you have the buttered chicken, and you wrap the naan around the buttered chicken. Yo, life changing. Then they got this beef too. That's crazy. Like I'll definitely say that's my favorite. Like Indian food, that butter chicken and that naan for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look,
Crazy.
also, you alluded to you making me hungry right now. I just got to say that real
Hey,
quick.
got any Indian spots by you, bro? Naan and butter chicken, bro. Like
Yep.
it's undefeated, bro.
I'm gonna have to go with it. I've been on the chicken tiki masala. That's what I've been on. You know what I mean? That's the Indian food as well, bro. You gotta try that as well.
I ain't trying that thing. I
Yeah.
gotta try that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get on that. So that's been the Indian food that I've been kind of it's basic, but
Yeah.
that's what I've been on. So I don't want anybody to get mad at me and be like, "Oh, Ante, you eating basic food?" Well, I know it's basic, but look, you know what I mean. Put me on
Man,
to something
they can't
new.
stay eating basic food. They probably eating the same thing every day. They probably going through the drive through. Don't hate on this. Cause we trying to culture ourselves, man. Come on.
Right, right. We just try to get better. All right, look, off the court. What are your interests? What hobbies do you have? How do you balance your basketball career with the other aspects of your life?
Yo, honestly, I'm still searching for the answer for that, right? Because when you're away overseas, man, there's so many people that you leave back home that's so they just ready to see you. They love you, they miss you, whether
Mm-hmm.
that's your mom, your dad, or you may have a girlfriend or whatever the case may be, your boys back at home.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have a responsibility to yourself because you have to work out, right? You have to make sure you
Yep.
stay in shape because you never know who's gonna call your phone like, hey, we may need this guy to come over here for the playoffs. Like you may have to be on the plane the next day, gone, ready to go.
Right.
So just being able to have my schedule set and just relaying that message to my family and my friends, like, hey, like I miss you guys too. Like I love you guys too, but like I have a I'm a professional. Like I have a responsibility to myself. I have to make sure
Mm-hmm.
I work out at this time, and then I might have recovery at this time, and then I need to go back to the gym to do this, and like now I need to sleep. And so just telling them that it's not personal, it's just what comes with the occupation. Like you have to make certain sacrifices in order to get to where you want to be. So just doing that. But other than that, like man, I'm simple. Like if I'm not sleeping, probably at my homeboy crib, just chilling, playing the game, or I'm playing Call of Duty myself. I'm on
Mm-hmm.
Warzone pretty much every day, every night when I get a chance to be. So Right
Yep.
now, I'm just keeping it simple. I like driving around, just getting fresh air. I love my car, same car since college. Like I just be driving around, bro, catching the vibe,
Hmm.
listening to music, going to the movies. Still, I'm still a big Marvel fan, bro. So anything Marvel coming out in the hit theaters and I can go, I'm going to see it. DC too, like all that.
Man, you making me mad that I can't like watch Deadpool with you now, bro. Like we used to back in the day,
Bro,
man.
bro, those were great times, bro. Cause that's around the time like Endgame, Infinity War came out, and like we
Hmm.
had a whole Marvel group, bro. We used to just go to the movies, bro, and just go watch them
Man,
together. Yeah, I miss that.
facts. Facts. All right. So back to basketball. What would you say, like, what moment would you say was the highlight of your basketball career so far?
Ooh, it's a couple good ones. I would say making it to the state tournament my high
Hmm.
school year, my senior year after cause man, I've been in the same school district for a super long time, man, and we were not known for basketball at all. We really weren't known for any type of athletic sports. Like we were straight like academics.
Hmm.
So, and it was a predominantly white school, man. So around this time, I want to say my freshman year, who the guy who ended up being my head coach, Steve Middleton, shout out to you. He was the freshman coach for the freshman team. And when I
Hmm.
went into my sophomore year, he got the job to be the varsity coach. So me and him, and then my best friend, my cousin came along, Caleb Jordan, to help us elevate the program. We had other good guys, Evan Marshall, and other guys who came in as well. But man, we really had to build that program from scratch, like
Yeah.
to set the mentalities ourselves, and just being a team in a school who doesn't make playoffs at all, and teams just write us off and just look at us like as an easy win to
Hmm.
making that jump. Like, because it wasn't like, okay, this year we're losing, next year we went all the way to state. No, it was like literally like a gradual increase. Like next year we lost. Next year we may have been one game outside being playoffs. The next year we're in the playoffs, make it to the third round. Then the next year we make it to state. So just building that, like I'll say that's the moment I'm probably most proud of. And
Hmm.
then um, I'll say another good moment is just probably when I was in Mongolia, man. They had like this all-star thing that went on. I was in the dunk contest,
Yep.
and I was just so nervous, bro. Like so nervous. I haven't played in front of that many people in a long time, bro. It was so many people there, and just
Hmm.
going out there and just hearing the crowd chant my name. Like I can't tell you how many people was in there, but it was a legit arena, and hearing all those people chant my name and just like be fans of me and just signing kids jerseys, and they want pictures, they want my shoes, they want all this stuff. Like I felt like a superhero, bro. Like it was a super special moment for me, bro. Like I had so much fun
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and then winning extra money, that's always cool too. So
Yeah, a little extra change in the pocket don't hurt, man. I understand that. All right. So now looking towards the future, what are like your goals for yourself in basketball, in your basketball career and beyond that?
man, I really when I set out for this journey, just playing basketball and stuff like that, I just always want to be the ultimate version of me. Like I just want to be able to say like, okay, like I mastered my craft, and I feel
Hmm.
like that's the goal for anybody who's really serious about what they do. Like just to be able to say, okay, I mastered my craft the best way I could. That would be in game for me. Like I'll be cool off that. I don't care where I play after that. But me
Yeah.
personally, I still have goals and aspirations of making it to the NBA. Before I went overseas, actually, I had some workouts and stuff with NBA teams and some G League teams and stuff like that. Just hearing their
Hmm.
feedback and stuff, I need to work on and improve. And I probably could have squeezed my way into the G League this past year, but I thought
Hmm.
it would be best for me in my career if I went overseas and then got in a situation to where I can really have the ball in my hands and kind of build up that confidence again, and just put some good film out there for people to see. So
Yeah.
moving forward, I'm still trying to make my way into the league and find whatever I can do best, to get me in there. And if not, I definitely want to try to make my way into like Europe or something like that. I just want to play high level basketball where all the best are playing, because I feel like I'm more than capable of competing with the best. So
Yeah,
that's
100%. I'm hoping personally, I'm hoping that I get to see you in Vegas. I don't know if I'm gonna make that trip again, but I usually go to the summer league, so I'm
yeah,
hoping that I get the opportunity to see you in the Vegas summer league for the NBA. That would be dope, and a stepping stone, obviously, towards the goals that you're trying to achieve. All
yeah.
right. Lastly, from this whole basketball conversation, What life lessons do you think you've learned from basketball as a whole?
Accountability for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say patience, man, and just learning how to work with others, right? Because basketball's a team sport, man, and there's so many people from different parts of the world with different personalities, and you may not, as you know, you may not get along with everybody, but learning how to be professional and looking past certain things and keeping the main thing, and still learning how to communicate with certain people. Because the way I talk to you is not the same way I could probably talk to this person over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to get my message across in the same way. So how do I do that? Okay, I gotta take a different approach. So
Mm-hmm.
this guy, he doesn't really respond to me yelling at him. So how can I talk to him to help him be the best version he can be for the sake of the team, right? So just
Mm-hmm.
learning how to communicate and just learning how to, work as a team and being a leader as well, man. And just working hard, learning the importance of consistency and hard work and see where that gets you, and just, being in it for the long run, man. Patience, man. Patience for sure. All
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, I would agree, man. Patience is a big key thing that I just learned as well from basketball as a whole. It's just like things aren't going to go your way all the time. And you just got to be patient. You talked about it earlier in the episode, like grind, put your head down, blah, 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 whatever. Focus on what you got going on. So it's like
Right.
people always say it's cliche, but it's like focus on what you can control. You know what I mean? And like basketball definitely teaches you that as a
Right.
whole.
And
All right.
sometimes
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to say, like, and sometimes, like, it's not even the fact that you're not good enough. Like, it's probably times
Hmm.
like you are good enough, but that's when that patience come in. Like, you just have to wait your turn, right? And not
Yep.
sometimes we don't want to hear that, like, oh, wait your turn, wait your turn. Like, I'm ready now, but like, that's life. Sometimes you just gotta wait your turn, and then when your opportunity arrives, like, you have to be ready, right?
Yep. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. All right. Look, I want to turn it over to the music section
Let's
of
do it.
this podcast. I got a lyric game for you. So we got 3 songs. All
All right,
right. Which I know you've listened to. I know for a fact. All right. That you have listened to.
what's
I'm going
up?
to read the lyrics to you. You're going to guess the song. Let's see if you can go 3 out of 3. Just so you know, your boy Brandon, I think
Mm.
he went what 1 for 3, 0 for 3. No, he went 0 for 3,
Over three. That's bad
and
percentages, man. Come on.
and Jackie, I'm pretty sure she went 1 for 3. So uh, you got to get me back
I
on
got a
track.
chance. I got a chance to be the best one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to get your numbers up. All right,
I'm locked in.
all right. Here we go. First one. Yeah, dance with me. Don't stop my 2 step. I know you want my time, but I need them blue strips. You know I feel the real, adding your 2 cents. But girl, it's still the deal, like I produced it.
Ooh, that's cold, bro. Ah,
Need me to read it one more time?
one more time. One more time.
All right, I got you. Look, yeah, dance with me. Don't stop my 2 step. I know you want my time, but I need them blue strips. You know I feel the real, adding your 2 cents. But girl, it's still the deal, like I produced it.
Dance with me, dance. Is it Tootsie Slide?
Nah, it's not Tootsie Slide. Look, I'll give you a hint. This artist, you actually put me on. I came into the locker room with
Uh-huh.
this song, and you were playing this song, and I was like, "Who's that?" And you was like, "Oh, this from where you from? This is a LA dude. This is a
Oh,
West Coast
Blast,
dude."
Blast.
Okay, but what song?
Ah. I'm hearing it now.
Yep,
Is it from the tape with him and Bino? Is it one of them
yep,
tapes? The first
yep,
one?
yep.
The
Okay,
first
you
one?
getting closer.
Uh, is this Time or is it Savage?
Nah, it's "Wake It Up." "Wake It
Oh,
Up"
God.
by Blast and Bino. All
Yeah,
right, so you're 0 for 1. All right, look, I need 2 for 3 out of you right
that's
here.
good.
All
That was a
right.
good first one, though. That was a good first one. I like that one.
All right. Next one. Okay, you ready? All right, look.
Do it.
Let me give you images that last.
Mhm.
Amex had a limit in the past. I had plenty women in the past. I done plenty sinning in the past. You
Mm,
don't need to know, but you can ask.
that's Drake for sure.
Okay, Drake, you got that.
I
Who?
feel like
What song is it though?
it's from Dark Lane.
Okay, okay. Yep. That's where we at with it. All right.
It's the one with Giveon. Is it When to Say When or is it Chicago Freestyle? One of them.
Chicago freestyle. I'll give
Freestyle?
you that one. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So we 1 for 2. Let's try to get 2 for 3 right here. You doing good. That was easy for you. That was real easy. That's
yeah,
your guy, right? Drake,
yeah,
Drizzy
bro.
Drake, your
Shout out to
boy from
Drake,
the
man.
six.
I ain't taking no sides in the beef. Nah, I am. You know what I'm saying? We rocking with OVO. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Uh oh,
I know, I know you probably rock with K Dot. You feel me? You know, Cali boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can respect it.
bruh. You know this is hurting me because I love all 3 of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. But
K Dot went
yeah, I
crazy
ain't
on
gonna lie. K Dot gonna go crazy on him. I ain't gonna lie.
this,
He
bro.
ain't gonna let it slide.
It's gonna be one of the ones, bro. Because K Dot is one of the ones, bro. Like, and
Right.
I like how he came on with that song with Metro and Future, like, because I wasn't expecting that, so I like that. Like, I like the competition of it for sure.
Yeah. All right. Look, last one. All right. This one is probably the hardest one, so I added it last. But you got this. All right.
Mhm.
Just look at
Good.
what I done. All right. Look. Just look at what I done alone.
Mhm.
You will swear we planted trees the way the money's grown. We've been busy like some bees, no honeycomb, and you could probably feel the breeze when the money's blown.
I know this one. It's old. It's an older song, right?
Mm-hmm. Bro, you're on the money right now. Okay. Yep.
Drizzy,
Yep. And who else?
Trey Songz,
No, not Trey Songz.
Wayne.
No, not way.
You can probably feel the breeze when the money gone. And let the bees know honey come.
Nope.
Ah, dang, what is it? Hold on. Say it again. Let me hear it again.
All right, look. Just look at what I done. What? Sorry, excuse me. Let me run it back. Just look at what I done alone. You will swear that we planted trees the way the money's grown. We've been busy like some bees, no honeycomb, and you could probably feel the breeze when the money's blown.
Bro, I can hear the song in my head, bro. We can probably feel the breeze. Dang, you said it's not Wayne on the feature. It's not Trey Songz. I'm trying to think from old tapes who it.
Who would Ountae throw up there? Come on now. Think about it.
Oh, Killer Nipsey Hussle. Come on.
There you
Come
go.
on. Come on,
There
bro.
you go. Killer, Nipsey Hussle,
Yes.
and
That was
Drake.
a good one. I like that. I like that.
Okay, yeah.
First time
Two
I actually
for
heard that
two for
song,
three.
the first time I
You
heard that
you
song
did
was Active.
really?
Yeah. That was the
Because
first
I
time
think Sule was playing it in his locker
Yep.
or something like that, right?
Yep. And I
Yep.
was like, man, what's this? Yep.
Yep.
That was a
I
good
was
one.
like, I know
Ooh.
he heard this song, so I was like, I would throw this one up here, a little. You told me you love Drake, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I have to throw the Drake in with, LA. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Shout out to
Put my
Nipsey.
boy Nip in there. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, bet. All right, the last 2 things I'm gonna ask you about. All right, the first one is my red light jam. You remember my red light jams when I used to do it anytime I sit in the light,
Yep.
be at the red light. You know what I mean? Sing my song in the car, put people on, whatever. This is your opportunity and my opportunity to put somebody onto a new song, or it doesn't have to be new to us or them or whatever, just a song that you like for whatever reason.
For sure.
This one starts with I. This week is themed in I. So, which song are you choosing?
All right. All right. I got it. I got it. Okay, this is a good one right here. It's called In Place. So IN space PLACE. In Place.
Okay.
It's by After the Party. And it's kind of like on some R&B soul. I think the song came out like, you may have to check. I think the song came out maybe 2018 or 2019.
Mm-hmm.
You into like that kind of R&B, kind of not too up tempo, but just really on some vibey stuff. Like that's a great song to play. Like you said, like a red light jam, man. Like late
Mm-hmm.
night cruising.
Yep. Okay. It's funny that you say that because I'm actually going to go a little bit of the opposite way. I'm
Mhm.
going back to like 90s hip hop. I've been on my like 90s kick recently for some
Okay.
reason. And the sun is finally out in Boston. Today we had a beautiful day. So I'm excited about that. It's spring though. It's going to rain in like 20 minutes probably or
Yeah.
something like that. Boston's so bipolar with the weather. But look, I got to go with I Get Around by Tupac because every
Mhm.
time the sun comes out, that song just like plays in my head. It's like that and
Yeah.
Summertime, obviously, by Will Smith. But like, yeah, I Get Around. It's just like that 90s, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that just
On
like
the
make your
dance a little
body.
bit.
Right, exactly. So I'm rocking with that one. Tupac is a legend. Obviously, he's been brought up because of this hip hop beef as well as we talked about with Drake and Kendrick. You know, we're hoping that the beef stays lyrically and doesn't go on
Keep
some
you with the
Biggie and Pac
bars.
type of stuff. Yeah, keep
Yeah.
it in the bars, keep it in between the lines. But yeah, bro, I I love this song. Every time I hear it, it's just like, yeah, I get around. You know what I mean? That's such an
Feel me.
iconic
I'm with
like
it. I'm with
90s
it.
beat, bro. So I'm rocking with that one. All right, last question, man. Just tell me, like, give me the shout out. I want everyone always shouts me out, bro. I don't want you to shout me out, okay? I know that we are brothers. We locked in forever, you know what I mean?
Know
Twin and
this.
them, everything like that.
All
But
that.
shout out something, a friend of yours or whatever, your family, something that you got going on. Shout out whatever you want, bro. This is your opportunity. So go ahead and do
For sure. First of all, shout out to God, man. Shout out to
it.
my
Mm-hmm.
Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, man. Without him, none of this would be possible, man. I appreciate everything that he's done for me, everything he's going to continue to do for me, man. And although I'm not where I want to be right now in life, that I trust him that he has a plan for me and that eventually I'll get to where I want to be. Shout out to my
Mm-hmm.
mom, my dad, my sister. Shout out to everybody who just support me and just been supporting me on this journey, man. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to BCB, man. We still rocking. We still kicking. We got guys doing big things, man. We most of us are all pros, or if we're not pros, we get into the bag another way, man. So just shout out to my brothers, man. Shout out to you for
Mm-hmm.
having me on here, man. This is a big deal. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I've been knew you was gonna do something like this because it's your lane, brother. And just to see you step into this space, man, and you just be you. And I know you just go take it even further after this, bro. Like I'm just proud of you, man. So shout out to you too, bro.
Man, and shout out to you, man. Chasing your dream, you know, it's not always easy and you're rocking with the ebbs and the flows of it, bro. I know a lot of people honestly wouldn't have went out to Mongolia. It's scary, bro. You know what I mean? First time being away from your family and stuff like that. For you being out of the South, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So as a whole, it's not something that is taken lightly. I know people look at it and they're like, "Oh, you're getting paid," you know what I mean, and think it's easy, but it's not, bro. So shout out to you, bro, and I appreciate you for coming out on this episode. Anything last thing you want to say to the people?
And for sure, I'm glad you brought up about just being out the country and how that jump can be scary, man. And since we were just talking about superhero stuff earlier, one of my favorite movies, man, Miles Morales. You already know Into the Spider Verse, Beyond the Spider Verse. I love all that. And in the
Yep.
first movie, I just remember like he was struggling, like if he knew he was really Spider Man and stuff like that. But one
Mm-hmm.
thing that always stuck out to me from that movie, he just said it's just a leap of faith. Like you're never going to be sure about anything. Like you're not going to know until you jump. So me going out to Mongolia, that was my leap of faith, and that was me just jumping, man,
Mm-hmm.
just going with it, and it turned out to be good for me. So shout out to just you just gotta believe in yourself, man. Just take that leap of faith.
100%. Well, look, that's it for us for this week's episode of the Tay Talks podcast. I appreciate you, Caden, for coming out, man. Appreciate you guys for watching. All right. We out.
Yeah.
Peace.